And welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. My name's John.
And I'm Kim.
And we want to apologize a little bit. We have a piece of encoding equipment that is having fits.
Yes, right when we're
and
getting
it was, and all of a sudden we blue screened.
Again, the second night in a row.
Yeah, so.
I'm very sorry for that.
And it takes about 5 minutes for the machine to cycle back up. So you're sitting there going, hurry up, hurry up.
Right now we look like we're freezing a little bit.
We shall see. So anyway, it'll gradually get better. And we want to thank you. This is our weekly entertainment update edition where we get to tell you what to do. Not that you'll listen because
you don't have to, but we'd like for you to.
But there's a lot of fun stuff.
Yes,
you can go for bike rides. You can go all kind of stuff. And we'd like to thank Gary Toffanelli for sponsoring the news tonight.
Yes, we would. Thank you very much.
And there's all kinds of stuff going on this weekend. And we'll start off with a little bit of what we did this evening.
Yes, which was quite festive.
Now, this evening, if you haven't been down to the Copperopolis Town Square lately, go, because they have gone all out on decorating for Halloween. It is festooned in
even shops that aren't open yet. There is stuff in every window, isn't there?
Every window, and they're also doing a contest to where if a business or organization decorates a window, they enter a contest. So there was people. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing. Now, there is even the whole place is kind of haunted because you look right behind you. You see those people right there? Look what happens if we advance. They disappear. Oh, okay. See, all of a sudden, it's different spooky things happen.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Look at that. See, you have the photo. See those people there? Now let's so they can see behind us. You advance the slide and they're gone.
How'd you do that?
It's just amazing. There's all kinds of.
Was that something they had, or you just did that?
No, I mean look at that. Here we go. See, there's nobody there. You back up, they're there.
Okay. But really, I mean, I have never seen a place so dressed up. I mean, what's wonderful.
Yeah, did you see that?
Okay.
Watch. Look at that. Now, let's go back. Let's try that one last time. Now, here we go. Look.
How'd you do that?
They just disappeared.
That's not really. Okay, I don't want to go there. Okay, I know it's late, but I don't know what happened there.
No, it is. They've got.
It's really. I mean, they have really gone all out.
This is the group from the Copper Canyon Baptist Church. They're doing their windows there, so there's different community groups. They will be.
Why are they moving slowly like that? It's kind of interesting. What's going on there?
It's a slideshow.
Oh, okay.
And also, we'll stop there. Let's go back one. Oops, we had a sideways one. But let's. This is the.
We stopped off tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. They were having a very special event.
Yes.
CDSS Heart Gallery in partnership with Lilliput.
And what this is
Children's Services.
Is kids who are
Sierra Adoption Services. Yes.
Yes. Am I bugging you?
No, I was just trying to read it. I just couldn't see.
All right. Well, any of these, there are kids. These are older kids, and this is really touching because there was kids that had been in the foster system for some number of years, 4 or 5 years in the foster system.
So what was happening here tonight?
Well, this is the kids that would like to be adopted.
There's actually photos of the kids.
And it's
beautiful, some beautiful children.
And I don't know how I'm going to phrase this well, but an interesting thing is, a lot of people spend a lot of time and care about wonderful causes such as the Humane Society and everything else, which are wonderful, wonderful causes.
Absolutely wonderful.
But it's a different, when you see, these are children, that their pictures up there, these children want a home.
They do, and there was some teenagers.
Some teenagers and everything else, and you hate to think of it, but maybe it's harder sometimes for
the little boys,
people.
Darling. So these were all local kids?
For people to get adopted than pets.
Were these local kids?
Some of them were. Some of them were local.
They had photos.
Some
children.
And Bob had one thing on. Did you have the schedule on? I better grab that.
The schedule
of the next show, of the next thing. Hang on a second.
Okay. Right here.
Yeah, Bob had that. Thanks, Bob, for giving that to us here. That was appreciated.
All right. So what it is it's Let me see. You were cordially invited to a portrait gallery opening for the CDSS, the
Department of Social Services Adoptions Bureau.
And what it is, it's a portrait gallery of children that are even in their teens that want to be adopted. They want a permanent home.
It was really touching.
Yes.
And they're going to have several in the area. You may get one of these in the mail, or we're going to post something on the site on it as well. Friday, November 7th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the Gallery 625 on 625 Court Street in Woodland, California. And that will be on November 7th from 5:30 to 8. And then on Tuesday, November 18, 2008, from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Delta Blood Bank on 850 Sanguinetti Road in Sonora. For more information, and I don't know why, maybe they didn't want to put these online for, I don't know, but you would think that they would
There's
be.
No website?
It doesn't seem to be, but maybe
They have
we're missing. They do.
You can call.
You can call CDSS at 916-574-1333.
1333.
916-574-1333. And it looks like a very...
Look at this little girl. She's 14.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
She's up for adoption. I mean, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
We're thinking maybe we should do something like this. Right?
And it was a very touching thing.
It's also a very nice thing that they're doing here.
Definitely.
Yeah, very nice. So Copperopolis Town Square is very festive. They have lots of pumpkins, lots of witches, lots of scarecrows.
See, it's even haunted. See the ghost. Now this is the clock tower and the main building you see right up there. There is a flying ghost.
Yes.
And one of the real estate agents was joking that it's hard to sell haunted lofts.
Condos.
Yeah. So, and it was a very...
I mean, all the trees have orange lights. I mean, they just really went all out.
It was all out.
It was very much so.
Definitely all out.
They're having a
live
scarecrow
music.
contest.
Now, this is the scarecrows.
Yes. The kids
now,
at
let's go back
Copperopolis
here.
Elementary, each class has done a
now,
scarecrow.
these are scarecrows that they will be auctioning off.
August 23rd at 6:30 p.m. looks like, right? Okay.
October 23rd.
I'm sorry, October, not August.
Well, the scarecrow auction, it'll be next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some pretty
Look
cool.
How cute those are.
There's some pretty cool scarecrows.
So all the funds go to the Copperopolis Elementary School, and they have a lasagna fee too, I believe, that evening, being hosted by the Panini's restaurant. Correct? Are they scheduled,
they're going to have
scheduled to open?
They probably won't be opening.
But they'll be
Panini's won't open
lasagna?
on, but they I think probably not next week, but the following week, the 31st or the 30th, they will be doing pasta samples.
Are they providing the food? So they're not going to have their food there.
They're going to have food. Yeah.
23rd.
I will check, but I know they for sure are. And this is cruisers, all decorated up.
Yes. It's hard to tell. Well, you can tell a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah, and so they are working hard on getting the final on paninis. They're going to start serving, like demoing product for the public on, I know, the 30th.
Okay.
And
they have a lot going on in Copperopolis Square the next month. The next 2 weeks, actually. For the whole month of October, they're having a costume contest. They're having a special occasion on Halloween evening where they have trick-or-treat events going on and lots of fun things like that. So
and everything's all decorated up. It is decorated up for Halloween.
Yes. Can you imagine? I wonder if they're going to go all out for Christmas, too.
I bet they are.
I bet they will. Very nifty.
And also, the businesses are starting to open. Let's see. Let's get to get some slides here. And this is Twigs.
Yes.
And Twigs is open there. The flower shop's open there.
This is a new business.
This is a new business. The Road to Health on Your Mark. This is where basically you can get health coaching.
Okay.
And I could probably use a little bit of
both of us could.
Coaching.
All of us could.
For health coaching.
Yeah.
And the other one is open up is the new jewelry store.
Okay.
The new jewelry store was there. So this will make 3 Firefall Jewelers. Firefall Jewelers. So now they will have not open yet. They're going to start moving their cases in.
Walls. Wow.
They will, and that way they will have locations in Angels Camp, Valley Springs, and also here. Okay. So they will basically cover the entire county.
Good job.
There's the owners in talking with Linda Stefanik behind the Great Pumpkin there.
All right.
And they are talking about opening, and so they are already floors and walls are in, so they're ready to move in cases and ready to go.
The same gal that we know that does the windows?
I asked if it was the same. I don't think so.
Looks familiar.
Yeah, it does.
The artwork looks similar.
The
lady that does
and
all over.
Vince and Sally, we're doing the music again tonight.
Very good. Very good.
So it was and also the other is businesses are really starting to, it's really starting to go. Like, for example, the Renner Winery. The Renner Winery, which is their vines are actually up here. I believe it's off of the old Arolla Road, where the winery is. This was all built out, all the shelves, flooring and done, ready to move the wine in. One of the things that you notice here is a beautiful, absolutely just stunning cement countertop. Just really nice. And this is
video clip of the evening.
Video clip. Let's go forward and get one of Vince and Sally. Here we go. Here we go. Playing a little bit of Santana.
Are you reminiscing?
Now, a little bit on Santana. Nobody will care about this. But when I was a kid,
you're going back to the days of the Pinto?
No, way before that.
Okay.
Way before that.
All right.
Okay. When I was probably 6.
Okay, 6 of Grayson's age.
Yeah,
right.
maybe 5. No, I think it was actually 5. Believe it or not, when Carlos Santana was just rising on the fame level, my parents at one time ran a park.
Okay. Yes,
okay? Carlos Santana played a wedding at that park.
Okay. You remember that?
I do. It's one of my first memories. And this is the mid-'60s when Carlos Santana was on the... And it was
And then we saw him again at the fair recently, didn't we?
There was a gypsy wedding. No.
We did. Sorry. One some fair. In Sonora or something, I thought. No? The Tuolumne County Fair.
No.
Okay, maybe I'm sorry. Yes, we did.
No, we saw... this is one of the decorations there.
Yeah.
So... Yeah.
Who was that we saw at the Tuolumne County Fair? Remember you were
Jefferson Starship.
That's
yes.
Right.
They looked a little different. Same vintage.
Yes.
But
wasn't a real
the ones that started out as Jefferson Airplane. No. Now this was Carlos Santana.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Carlos Santana was played our part.
We better get on to the news, John.
All right. Okay.
We started a little bit late.
Yeah.
Crews working fire on forest land south of Spicer Reservoir. There was a fire that broke out early this evening at Spicer Reservoir that sent 4 engines and at least 2 hand crews and most of the air assets out of the Columbia area to help the Forest Service with the blaze. It was initially reported at under 5 acres. It is estimated that it should be contained by tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, and we called and talked to Forest Service Dispatch, and they estimated that the rate of spread had slowed. So it sounds like you never. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen overnight. It could get up ahead of steam, but it really sounds like they have this one done.
So that was good. There was a couple of accidents today.
Busy. Now, this was kind of things that, now, if you watch accident reports, which we do during the day, occasionally we'll miss one because sometimes it's no fun listening to a scanner.
No.
Or if we're actually out doing something, it's hard to... Anyway, but we try. All right. The one that caused a little traffic snarl today was a big rig that lost a tire and also started a little bit of a grass fire.
Okay.
At Highway 49 in Frico City.
Okay.
This was just before noon today, and it was Highway 49 was partially blocked for the good portion of an hour.
So it was a logging truck.
Logging truck.
Okay.
And it must have, break every once in a while. Those type of things will do that. The interesting thing is they had it out, they called it all done, and then as they were starting to move them, the smoke started moving in. So I think they actually had some obstructions, and they sent some of the fire guys, out there a little later to check for some of the smoke. And then also about this time, all of a sudden you see the screen light up that there's like everything's out of the San Andreas office.
Yeah, they're
so they had there was one more that dropped off before it. Sometimes they don't stay on long.
There was nothing serious.
There was there was somebody hit a power line up in Arnold. And it looked like it came in. It actually looked like it came. It may have been some type of a fire vehicle that actually did it.
Okay.
Then there was a debris in the roadway down in Burson, and then there was an injured deer.
Or possibly,
yeah, in the Moke Hill area. But all these were incidents that needed somebody to go to them.
It sounds like there was no injuries, right? At least
the deer.
The deer. Okay.
Yeah, the deer. I think was probably severely injured.
Okay.
I'm thinking. I think it was. Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, that was kind of a little bit of the stuff there.
Okay.
And also coming this weekend is one of the big fundraisers for Feeney Park.
Yes,
now, most of the parks in Calaveras County, if not all, are mostly run by nonprofits.
Yes.
So they are community things. So if you're up here,
it's on Sunday,
enjoying Feeney Park or White Pines Park, one or the other, thank the volunteers.
Yes. Takes place Sunday at 7:30 a.m. They start. Mr. Frog's second annual Wild Ride. 100K ride is they have a 100K and a 50K ride.
Yes.
That you can participate in. Let me see. They welcome anybody of all ages, grandparents, even what does it say here?
Basically, when we talked to John Yost on it, the 50K, most people who cycle at all should be able to do the 50K.
Yeah.
It takes a different course. There's about 2,500 feet of elevation change, which is not extreme.
Everyone
from here.
Kids to grandparents are welcome to join in the fun, whether riding or not.
Right. And there's also going to have a dinner afterwards that you can go and purchase tickets for the dinner.
Chicken in a Barrel after the ride.
That's right.
2 to 5 p.m. There'll be live music, wine tasting, and other entertainment. So even if you are riding, please come out and join us. Yeah, guys, even if
and
you
if you're not, go out there for dinner because they're going to have the
exactly.
dinner as the fundraiser. Now, this is the Gold Rush Street Fair that's held in conjunction with the Grape Stomp. Is one of their and this are some of the biggest fundraisers for Feeney Park for the year.
And we have an interview with John Yost.
Yes, we do.
That John did with him yesterday.
And so go on out there, and if you're looking for a really challenging ride, the 100K should work for just about everybody.
All right. So let's start with Friday on our weekend entertainment edition. The Copperopolis Town Square Pumpkin Junction continues,
which we were just at.
Yes, and then the next event they have going on is a scarecrow auction in
next week,
Thursday, October 23rd. Let me see. Kids Can continues, which is the KCRA 3 Kids Can food drive. Let's Get Moving for the San Andreas Mobility Week continues tomorrow.
Now we have to confess.
Friday's schedule. We haven't been moving.
We had to flip a coin tonight.
Yes, we haven't got moving yet.
No, but we actually flipped a coin tonight. So if anybody from the COG is watching it, we're going, okay, should we go to San Andreas and walk, or should we go take pictures and...
Exactly. Okay.
Sorry.
So Friday they have going on from 9 to 12. They have the open house at Town Hall. And 3:30 to 5 is the student parent surveys at Calaveras High. Saturday workshop prioritizing ideas and projects. They also have 9 a.m. on Friday is the annual Railroad Flat Rummage Sale. Railroad Flat Community Hall is hosting a rummage sale from the 17th through the 19th. Doors open Friday at 9 a.m. And they are, they're still accepting donations. That was an older article, so that goes on all weekend. I have itchy. Pumpkin Patch for the fundraiser for Mark Twain Elementary for sixth grade science camp trip continues at Spence Ranch Feed and Supply, Highway 49 in Altaville. Oh my goodness, I feel like you now.
And there is a Bret Hart football game that will be
evening.
At Amador.
And Calaveras High School at Linden. Family Karaoke continues at 6 p.m. at the World Market Mercantile. And also tomorrow is the Murphy's Diggins Craft Fair is tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah.
So that goes on all day, both days.
Saturday morning.
Actually, I think it's Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Well, Saturday morning, the big event, if you're looking at a little bit of development stuff, is about 10 a.m. will be the something we'll be pushing out live is the draft environmental impact report for the new village at Bear Valley.
Okay.
This will be pushed out. Now, this is been over 2 years in the making. to draft plans for the new village. The proposal is to have the lift from the village servicing the ski resort from right there in the village and make it just like Park City.
Okay. So that's taking
and
place
also
from
that
10
will be from 10 till
noon.
probably about noon. That should be, even in a down economic market, I think there's still a lot of interest in that.
Yes, and on Saturday we also have the annual Autumn Harvest Sidewalk Sale put on by ACPA in downtown Angels Camp from 9
That's
a.m.
right.
to 5 p.m. where all of the entire length of Main Street of Angels Camp will have bargains, entertainment, special food, sponsored by the Angels Camp Business Association. And then the Murphy's Diggins annual craft fair continues on Saturday. We also have the Jodasa Pumpkin Ranch in Burson that continues.
Yep.
The Rummage Sale. Community Day in the Park in Valley Springs. The BBC invites you to a Community Day in the Park Saturday, October 18th. Come join us for the first annual chili cook-off. Music by the Calaveras Community Band, arts and craft vendor booths, children's play fair, Halloween costume contest,
NASCAR team.
a NASCAR team with a chance to ride in a small-scale NASCAR, a dunk tank, and more. And that is being held at the Veterans Community Center in... Oh, I'm sorry. Where's it being held?
The park? The Veterans Park?
Yes, exactly.
Probably.
Yes. Okay. Day in the park.
Very nice.
And then also, you already talked about the Alpine County. Amador County Annual Heritage Day, October 18th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Historic Main Street in Jackson. Chili cook-off, wagon rides, reenactments, crafts, and live food. The annual Elephant Grape Stomp at 11:30 at Paws. And I'm sure this has probably already been sold out. This is a first come, well, they make reservations in advance.
Whoops.
It's a one and only Elephant Grape Stomp.
Which is pretty...
Saturday at the Arc 2000 in San Andreas.
And we are just about out of time. So
what's going on
what's
Sunday?
on Sunday?
Sorry about that. I knew that you were yakking
I know.
too much.
I was yakking too
we were
much.
going to run into...
All right. I was yakking. Anyway.
Well,
good night to our cable audience. We will continue on the web for a little bit here. But we thank you very much. Have a great weekend and go out and play.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And we'll see you back on Monday night.
I don't think there's actually anything else continuing
On
on Sunday.
Sunday?
Let me see here. The Mr. Frog's
Mr.
Wild
Frog's
Ride
Wild
starts at
Ride.
7:30 a.m. The Bear Valley Race and Devo Team preseason meeting at Bear Valley. If you're interested in joining, any of your kids are interested in joining the race team or Devo.
If they're old, they can't do it.
Development team. They're having their first preseason meeting up at Bear Valley at 11 a.m. And I think that's it for the weekend.
That's it?
Yes.
So we thank you.
Yes, we thank
And
you.
we hope you have a fun weekend. Come on up, come play. If you're looking for fall color, it is really starting to roll. Should check in with the dogwoods and big trees.
We should. Probably should do that.
And the one tree for me that signals it is the vine.
Yes.
The Murphy's vine.
Yes, that's already been done a couple weeks ago.
The vine?
Yes, the vine.
Well, it's really red right now.
Very pretty.
And I just got kicked under the table. I guess it's time for me to quit.
And I know you know why.
We thank you very much. Have a great night. Come. Hope you have a good weekend. Come play. And a little bit of thing on the economic stuff is, it looks like things are settling down a little bit. So come up, and if there's a small business that you normally have dinner at and buy stuff at, please do it.
Yes.
Because now everybody needs those dollars to cycle. And some of it's attitudinal, because if you think that everything's just going great.
Yeah, I was listening to something interesting on the radio today, and he was saying the radio talk.
Yeah.
The talk host was saying the more you talk about if you talk about depression, let's try to be positive. Let's try to talk positive and not talk everything's so horrible. Yes, things are not as good as they should be, but everybody kind of has that positive thinking, and we're going to keep on chugging. We're going to do our best every day.
I know.
I mean, it's the attitude. I mean, we're still here, right? We're not going anywhere.
No,
we just keep on chugging every day, right?
Keep on chugging. News just keeps on rolling.
Yes, exactly. So,
and it's
anyway. So.
Now, while we're rolling, we might as well do a little tiny bit of national news. Let me pull it up.
You want to talk about the guy that ate the hamburger?
Go ahead. I'll pull up something else. You talk about the guy that ate the hamburger.
Pennsylvania man chews through belly busting Let me see what this says. 15-pound burger.
A 15-pound
It took
burger.
Brad Scilio 4 hours and 39 minutes to finish a marathon, a meat marathon, that is. The 5'11", 180-pound, no, that's not how big the hamburger was, John. Western Pennsylvania chef is the first person to eat a monstrosity called the Beer Barrel Belly Bruiser. A 15-pound, and John's a vegetarian, that's why he's grossing out. A 15-pound burger with toppings and a bun that brought a total weight to 20.2 pounds. The mountain of beef is a product of Denny's Barrel Pub, about 100 miles northeast of Pittsburgh and Clearfield. Scilio, 21, of Uniontown, said he was surprised he finished the sandwich Monday. About 3 hours into it, things got a little tough. When asked what possessed him to eat a burger that big, he said, "I wanted to see if I could." The burger included a bun, lettuce, cheese, onions, mild banana peppers, and a cup each of mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, relish. Okay. For completing the challenge in the under 5-hour limit time, Scilio won $400, 3 T-shirts, a certificate, and a burger hangover, as I call it, Leagy said. Yuck. Just the cup of mayonnaise. Now that grosses me out.
The mayonnaise?
The cup of mayonnaise. I couldn't eat that much hamburger either, but, I do like my meat once in a while.
And on a good note, oil dipped below $70 a barrel. OPEC is calling for an emergency meeting because they're now crying poor.
Okay.
For OPEC.
All right.
And the other interesting thing is Gallup poll is showing the race for president may be tighter than people had thought. That it is 49 Obama, 47 McCain among likely voters. It
seems like a very tight race to me.
It's still too close. The other interesting thing is both of the candidates attended a dinner today. It was kind of a roast for
our son was telling us about that.
And it was a real interesting one where I guess both their speeches were a riot, and I guess McCain really had he was basically bagging on himself. It was self-deprecating humor. It was a riot. He basically said that morning he announced he had fired all of his campaign staff, all of them, and they were all being replaced by Joe the Plumber.
Joe the Plumber. Hey, Joe the Plumber was on Katie Couric.
He's been everywhere.
Now, I heard that she cut him off, though. I heard that he started talking about who he thought won the debate, and then she immediately cut him off. Didn't want to talk to Joe the Plumber.
And this is an interesting thing about the world we live in now, because
and she only brought him on the web. She didn't bring him to her actual TV show.
So he went on with Diane Sawyer,
yes,
too.
Joe the Plumber, because Joe the Plumber does not make $250,000 a year.
He wants to buy
but he wants to make $250,000 a year. That is his dream. He doesn't feel that if a person makes that much, they should be taxed more. If you want to make, of course, we don't make nearly that much.
If there is one of the things,
you have that dream and you go after that dream, why should you be taxed more?
Some of the pundits are saying that Obama is, as a performer and everything else and stuff, he has just been right on. It's been amazing. Very smooth, unflappable. The only times he's gotten himself in trouble, all campaign long, are when it's not scripted. When it's not, he doesn't have prepared notes. For example, this was a little thing to where just a little meet and greet line when he came and ran into Joe the Plumber, and Joe the Plumber basically asked him a question, and Obama said that, well, we're just trying to share the wealth. So basically, that was the thing to where, as if you're a Democrat and you're for, this is one of those things you're like going, oh, what did you say? Because that plays into all that Obama's for is basically socialism. He wants us to be more like France and everything else, which there may be some people that just want that now.
Yes,
but the interesting thing is now it changed the debate going down the stretch to where now there's really going to be a very strong focus on it's kind of an interesting thing.
What I heard today on this talk show is that basically what he was saying is that we want people to be successful, and nobody's making $250,000 a year now with the economy the way it is. Nobody is, really.
Yes.
Nobody, and I would think, I don't know who I'm voting for yet, and you know that.
Right.
I would think that we would want the economy to be successful and not to be, and to want people to make more money, because that way.
Well, yeah, that way there's more to distribute to everybody else, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So, but most people out there are making, probably below poverty right now. I'm sure for a family, especially for, family the size of ours.
Oh yeah, and one of the. We just have to say that one of the funny moments, I guess, from this roast, the dinner today, was that one of the things is Obama was saying in some of his stump speeches that he doesn't know too many plumbers that make $250,000 a year.
They don't. He wants to buy a business.
And then McCain countered and said that Joe had recently signed a lucrative deal with a very wealthy couple to handle all the plumbing in 7 of their homes.
He probably did with all this.
Because one of the things that McCain's
think about it, Joe the plumber, he's been on everything. He's getting paid to be on all the shows.
He didn't know how many houses he owned.
Oh, okay. Well, McCain didn't?
Yeah, that was part of one of the things earlier. Is he was a little, or if he didn't know, if he was a little unsure, because all the money's been his wife's, and a lot of it's probably, and he probably didn't know how many investment.
But now think about Joe the plumber's probably raking the dough on all these interviews. Everybody's talking about Joe.
Well, not yet, but
he doesn't get paid to go on any of these TV shows and stuff.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You think Joe the plumber will have a book out?
I think Joe the plumber is going to be all right.
I think so too.
Yeah,
plumbing.
It's and also the voting thing with the Acorn.
Now the FBI is investigating Acorn for voter fraud. Ohio elections chief asks Supreme Court to intervene. So they have 200,000 discrepancies in Ohio alone. So there's going to be some interesting stuff. Now I guess going down the road, the court though, and even Obama said this today, for his supporters to just remember New Hampshire, because just when you think everything's going to be smooth sailing, you got to watch it, because something will come out of left field.
We have 2 weeks. We have a little over 2 weeks. I don't know.
And if you're okay, so do you have anything else?
Let me see.
Red Sox stayed alive.
We should do something like that on our side. What do you think?
A crawler. Huh?
Do we have anybody ideas out there?
I got kicked again. What is happening on TV at all? All right, Glenn Beck has signed a deal with Fox News. Now
this is a highly rated CNN show that there's going to be moving.
Georgia woman with 5 dead spouses leaves jail.
Ugh.
Okay. How on earth did she get to leave jail?
With 5 dead spouses.
Wonder who picked her up.
I don't know. I guess her future 6th spouse, maybe. I don't know. That's not even funny. That's just sad. It's time to sign off, Sean.
What?
Look, here it is. Georgia woman. Here it is. Georgia woman with 5 dead spouses leaves jail. Came under suspicion because all 5 of her husbands had died. Was released Thursday from a North Carolina jail.
Well, she had been held on charges in one of their, let me see here. In one of their, well, she had been charged, let me see. In one of their deaths, Betty Newmar, 76, posted $300,000 bond late Thursday morning at look at her.
Who?
At the Stanley County Jail, where she's been held since her arrest in May. I remember reading about this. She was taken for their money, right? She's charged with solicitation to commit first-degree murder in the 1986 death of her 4th husband, Harold Gentry. I can't believe they let her out. It's just wrong. Flat out wrong. I don't understand, said Gentry's brother, Al, who pressed law enforcement for more than 2 decades to get the case reopened.
Is her current husband still alive then? No?
Probably not for long. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. So she was let out. Look at her. She looks kind of scary. That was actually just brought in. So we have breaking news a minute ago.
A minute ago
by the Associated Press. Yeah.
And one of the interesting things is there is an awards today for appropriate tech. These are for tech innovators, right? Now, one of the things was for all-terrain wheelchairs for the disabled, which I think is pretty cool.
Okay.
All-terrain wheelchairs and a 300-mile-an-hour car. And one of the nice ones from Procter & Gamble, there's a Procter & Gamble exec that developed a water purifying powder for the third world. Now that's one of those things that's huge. I mean, if you just have a powder that, if you need pure water, there you go.
All right. Today is National Bosses Day. Did you know that? It's traditionally been a day for employees to thank their boss for being so kind and fair throughout the year.
See, so if I boss you around, you're supposed to...
You're not supposed to if you don't boss me around. The holiday has been the source of some controversy and criticism in the United States, where it is often mocked as a Hallmark holiday.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. We thank you very
Thank
much. We will be back smiling and ready to go
Yes.
Monday
Well,
night.
if you'd like to catch us live here on Saturday morning
Saturday morning.
for the Bear Valley EIR, right?
Yep.
Discussion. Is that
Yep.
what it is?
The draft environmental impact report for the new village in Bear Valley.
We're not doing any football tomorrow night because they're both away games, and we don't know if there's a good connection. So
We'll work on that. We may.
we may. I mean, if you decide to, right?
We'll see.
Okay.
All right. We'll wish both teams well because
Yes.
they, Calaveras is coming off a win. Bret Hart needs to shake that one off last
Okay.
week and get back in the win column.
All right.
And we thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.
And have a great night.